What is going on, good people of YouTube? I'm ImJslay.
And I'm Riley.
Thank you so much for joining us.
And wherever you are, I hope you have a great day. Today we're playing some Madden 21.
But before we get into it, if you enjoy the content, leave a like rating.
And subscribe for more. If you missed our previous video,
we'll leave a link in the description of this video for you to go check it out. But in it, we've got episode number 5 of rebuilding
the Atlanta Falcons.
Good job. That's perfect. So I hope you enjoyed the intro. That's my little nephew Riley. I'm really glad to have him a part of the video, and I hope you're getting to spend some time with your family this Thanksgiving. So for today's video, we've got another Budget Beast episode. Now before we get into this one, if you'd like to go check out the previous Budget Beast episode, click on the card in the top right hand corner. It'll take you right to it. We show you some viable options for your team that will really take your game to the next level. DK Metcalf, Derwin James, Sean Murphy-Bunting, just to name a few. So go check that video out and then hop back over to this video because we've got 5 more budget cards that you need to add or consider adding to your squad. These are going to be some of the better value for the amount of coins that can really make an impact for your team. So without further ado, let's get into the first card. Okay, so the first card comes to us in the form of Kansas City Chiefs cornerback. He's 89 overall. This is L'Jarius Sneed. You probably already know about this card because it's still one of the best corners in the game. Let's come over. Let's take a look at some of his attributes. Dude, without even being powered up, is 92 overall when it comes to speed, and he's got 89 acceleration. You want to grab his power up. That's going to go up to 93 speed, 90 acceleration. It goes without saying this guy's going to be able to stick with some of the faster receivers in the game. Terry McLaurin, DK Metcalf, Marquise Brown. He can lock him down. I use him in the slot right now and I actually have Acrobat on him. He's made a lot of plays for me. We'll see his price here in a second. But this dude is literally an unsung hero. You definitely want to go out and get him. He's good across the board when it comes to man and zone coverage. I'm up to tier 8 lockdown, so I've actually got, I believe, 91 man and 91 zone on him, with his press being around 91 or 92 also. So go ahead, get that power up, power him all the way up. Get that lockdown on. He's going to be an absolute monster on your field. He's 6'1", so he's got good height. Let's come down. Let's see his change of direction. He's got 83 change of direction, so that's decent, right? You're not really going to be using this card, so it's not like you're going to be covering multiple areas with L'Jarius Sneed. But if you do happen to switch over to him and need to make a change of direction, it's not too bad, right? Not too bad of a card. This card's solid. I would strongly recommend. I held off on getting him for a little bit just because theme team-wise it didn't match up. But I was able to shift some stuff around on my team to go ahead and get him in there at the cornerback position, and I'm definitely glad that I did. If you're on a budget, go ahead and add this card to your team. He is only going for $46K right now. I bought him a few weeks ago. I believe I got him for about 60 or 70K, so it's come down significantly. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a power-up that is on the auction house right now for us to take a look at. If you don't know, these team builders, their power-ups, or at least the later ones, the team standout ones, they're not in packs. So the only way to get them is to craft the item, right? So there's not always going to be a lot of power-ups that are going to be on the market. Once again, too, this is an awesome card, one that people are looking to power up. So it's going to be rare that you're going to come across one, but when you do, if you see one for around, I'd say 60 to 70K, I'd say go ahead and get it. Now, by doing that, if you pay 46K for that, 70K, that's a little over 110K, but it's going to be well worth it in the long run because L'Jarius Sneed is going to make your defense that much better. I definitely recommend this card. Okay, another team standout. You're going to notice that the team standouts, the team builders, they're going to dominate for the majority of these budget cards we're showing you here today. This is my quarterback, man. This is quarterback for the Buffalo Bills, 89 overall. Josh Allen. That's my quarterback, man. This is the guy that I'm using on my team. Why am I using him on my team? Well, dude has 98 throw power. I've got tier 8 play fake on him. So his throw power is all the way up to 98. I do have him powered up, but his medium accuracy and his short accuracy is up to 90, his medium accuracy is up to 89. Doesn't really affect his deep accuracy, but deep accuracy, I'm not really throwing the ball super deep down the field. And the accuracy statistics, when you consider the fact that I've got pocket deadeye on this guy, so when I'm not scrambling out with him, which is very rare that I do get outside the pocket, I'm able to get those perfect passes when I'm inside the pocket. I've also got Gunslinger on him, so you can put Pocket Deadeye and Gunslinger on Josh Allen when he's powered up for only 1 ability point per ability, right? So you're only spending 2 ability points for that for this Josh Allen card. So it's just taking this card that has 93 throw power from the get-go, you bump that up from play fake up to 98. Not only do you get pocket deadeye, so you're getting perfect pass accuracy in the pocket, but you're getting Gunslinger, which is faster animations on those bullet passes, and Josh Allen's release, he's getting the ball out of there very, very quick. He's got 82 speed. On my Bills team powered up, he's up to 84 speed. So if I do need him to run around a little bit, he can move some, right? He's got 89 throw on the run. That goes up to 90, getting that threshold when he is powered up. So this is just an overall solid card. In my opinion, I know you've got Dante Culpepper, you've got Brett Favre, Joe Montana. You've got a few other quarterbacks that just aren't coming to mind right now, but in my opinion, this is the best quarterback in the game right now. And when you consider what you can get for him, he is only selling for $49K. So you can get, in my opinion, the best quarterback in the game right now for $49K. His power up is right about $78K. I'd say you could hang out, probably get his power up for under $70K, maybe under $65K. And in that case, you're spending a little over $110, $150K, $15K for this item here. If you need a quarterback, if you were like me and used Lamar Jackson and those escape artist quarterbacks are not the same like they were in Madden 20, I would strongly advise you to go grab Josh Allen. Okay, another card, another team standout. This is Las Vegas Raiders strong safety, Jonathan Abram. Now, his coverage stats are not very good, right? However, we're not using him at the strong safety position. If you know the meta right now on defense, you want to kick those safeties down and play linebacker. Why? Well, the linebackers do not get those jumping animations, so you can make a lot more plays with a safety at linebacker when they're making plays on the ball, right? So those coverage stats, 76 man and 82 zone, while not necessarily good at a safety, at a linebacker, that's pretty par. And then you take into account that this base card has 92 speed and 92 acceleration. This can be a user that you can use at the linebacker position. He's got good tackle at 86. You want to get that tier, I'm up to tier 8 lockdown. That tackle is one thing that it boosts as well. I believe it would be up to about 90 tackle just base-wise. 91 if you want to go ahead and power it up. Hit power, 93 hit power. So if running backs and receivers fumbled the ball in Madden 21, that 93 hit power right there, he's going to be forcing some fumbles, but they just don't fumble. So that really doesn't matter. But he's 6 foot, so he's got good height to him, right? 82 change of direction, so not great, not awful, right? Just an overall solid card. I would recommend using him if you want to put Acrobat on him, if you want to put Flat Zone KO, if you want to put the Outmatched ability on him, which gives him better coverage in man versus running backs. Those are all solid abilities. They're only 1 ability points. This right here, this Jonathan Abram card he's a very, very low-key sleeper. Someone that if you are on a budget, if you're not really rocking a theme team, but you just want to put some good cards out on the field and you don't have a lot of coins to do it, snag Jonathan Abram for $38K, right? Kick him down to linebacker, run nickel 3-3-5, nickel 3-3-5 wide, nickel normal, big nickel over G, any one of those formations right there, you're going to be happy you did so. His power up is at 85K, right? I know you can hang out. Once again, I've already mentioned this, but the way the power ups, oh, that's John Abraham's power up. That's actually not too bad for a John Abraham power up, right? I don't know. I wouldn't use John Abraham on my team because he's a speed rusher and it doesn't make sense. I've gone over this in the past, but nonetheless, he does not have a power-up that's on the auction house right now. We touched on this, obviously, when we were talking about L'Jarius Sneed, but you don't really need it, right? 92 speed, 90 acceleration. Go ahead and get Jonathan Abram, add him to the team, kick him down to linebacker, put one ability on him, one of the ones that I mentioned previously. He's going to do just fine for you, I promise you. Okay, the fourth card, we have legend from the San Francisco 49ers. He's not a legend, but maybe he's a 49er legend. I don't know. That's kind of saying a lot because the 49ers have had a lot of players, as evident by all the players that get released into Ultimate Team that are 49ers or get 49ers chemistry. I'm not complaining too much, though, because I did use some 49ers at the beginning of the year. And if you want to use a theme team and you don't care if you're not, like, wanting to use the Homer theme team, right? Get you a 49ers theme team. But this guy right here is one you want to have if you got a 49ers theme team, or if you don't and if you're on a budget. 89 overall, 49ers, right end, Justin Smith. He gets that times 3 49ers chemistry as well, which is really good. But why is this card good? Well, the stock card comes with 88 power moves, 88 block shed, 89 strength. That's the stock card, right? You want to get some chemistries on there. You want to get his power up. You're going to get that up, and you're going to get that over those 90 thresholds, which is really good. But the other cool thing about this is, similar to why you want to kick strong safeties down to play linebacker, you actually want to use your right and left ends and kick them down to play defensive tackle, because when you're using abilities like inside stuff, when you're using abilities like defensive rally for your defensive linemen, which adds a pass rushing point to your pass rushers on 3rd and 4th down, those are going to be 1 ability point cheaper on an end rather than a D tackle. So as an example, inside stuff is 3 ability points for the defensive tackles that can get it. For the right ends and left ends that can get it, that's going to be your run stoppers and your power rushers, depending on what tier that they're at. It's only going to be 2 ability points. So you can save yourself an ability point there. Dude, 6'4", 285. You slide him down to play that nose tackle in a 3-3-5. Or if you run nickel normal, a big nickel over G, he can play one of the rushing tackles. That's going to be just fine, right? Solid card, and his power up is really cheap. So it's only 1,400 coins. 63K right now for this Justin Smith, right? You are going to need his power up to get inside stuff and defensive rally. If you want to put either one of those abilities, which in my opinion are probably the abilities you're going to want to put on this card, depending on really how you run your defense, but those are the 2 that I've used on this card before, and they've worked out really nicely. So you can get this card, not obviously counting training to power him up. You can get this card for about 65K. Well worth it. Go out, grab Justin Smith. You won't regret it. So you want to use a running back that gets the backfield master ability, but you don't want to spend the amount of coins for Reggie Bush and some of the others that do get it. Well, look no further than 90 overall Minnesota Vikings running back Dalvin Cook. Looking at this guy's stats, without even powering him up, 89 speed, 92 change of direction, 91 agility, 90 acceleration. Now, he's not quite at that speed threshold, right? You want to use him on a Vikings theme team, you don't even have to have him powered up. But if you wanted to grab his power up, which is not very expensive at 5K, you want to grab his 84 overall card at 12K, come all the way down. His limited card that got a series redux is up for 88K right now. So it's going to be a little over 100K, but it's still going to be cheaper than Reggie Bush, going to be cheaper than having to power him up, and Dalvin Cook has made the team of the week before, so once you get him powered up to 91 overall, you can spend some more training to get him powered up to all the way up to 92 overall, and his stats are going to be even better, right? But the cool thing about this card is, at 90 overall, he gets 3 ability slots. You can see he's got the elusive back archetype, but in that 3rd ability slot, you can actually put Backfield Master on him. Backfield Master allows you to get more hot routes, or allows you to put your running backs on more hot routes, so it can just make your offense more diverse. You can put them on Texas routes, which is a little angle route over the middle of the field. You can put them on table routes. The flats are back in Madden 21. The flats are really good. If you're not using your flats, you're doing something wrong. Dalvin Cook is an elusive back. He can get Backfield Master at that tier 3. Now, the thing with the elusive backs that differs them from the receiving backs is that they both have to have tier 3 to be able to get that ability, Backfield Master. The receiving backs, it only uses 1 ability point. Your elusive backs, it's going to use 2 ability points. So just keep that in mind. Even when you get him all the way powered up to that 92 overall, it's still going to be 2 ability points. So keep that in mind. But if you want to save some coins on a running back that you can get Backfield Master on, go ahead and grab this Dalvin Cook. Get his power up, get his 84 overall, power him up to at least the 91. That way you get that 90 threshold. But if you go ahead and power him all the way up after his team of the week, you don't need the item, you just need the training to power him up. His speed's going to go all the way up to, I believe, 92, maybe even 93. But this is a good back. Go ahead and grab him. One of the best backs in the game if you get him powered up and get that backfield master on him. Okay, those are the 5 budget beasts that I wanted to show you today. If you've got a question or a comment regarding them, or if you would just want to say what's up, leave that in the comment section down below. And now I'm going to send it back over to my nephew. We're going to close this thing out.
If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up.
And if you'd like to see more content, hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on to stay updated with all of my uploads. I'm ImJslay.
And I'm Riley.
We'll see you on our next video.
video.
That's perfect. Good job.